people, it's Beauty Revolution here. And today I want to talk about the very mysterious, covert power of women and how I think so many women do not realize that they have this superhuman power to literally steer, create culture. And I mean, we'll get into it, okay? So I've been listening to Princella the Queenmaker a lot more than usual lately. I've always really liked her content, but now I'm really listening to her. I'm listening to her several hour-long lives. I'm tuning in. I am just soaking up a lot of information from her, and a lot of other people right now. And I've always been that way. Even when I was younger, while everybody was playing video games and stuff, I would literally sit in my room for hours researching history, just learning about something, okay? I love to learn. Okay, so she mentioned something that really piqued my interest. And she was talking about how women are actually the creators and upholders of the patriarchy. Now, after she said that, I did have to go because I have 2 little kids and I had to run after them. But it really made me think. I really meditated on this for a while. And a lot of people think meditation is where you're sitting down in Indian style and you got your palms out up facing to heaven and, reciting mantras or something like that. Now, it might be meditation for you, but for me, when I say meditate, I ponder on an idea as it unfolds in my mind and I gain new perspective. So I literally just do nothing but ponder over that topic, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is true. Women do create the patriarchy. Why is that? It's because women are the ones who are raising these children that in today's time we have a problem with, right? And a lot of people are not really listening to the men when they say that the women are the ones who are raising this new generation of people. Yes, they're saying it's the single moms and single moms this and that. And it's like, yeah, it takes 2 to tango. The men are partly responsible. Absolutely. But as women, we have the power to create the next generation's culture. So let's talk about Iran, right? In the 1970s. They were going through an Islamic revolution. That movement was so dependent on the support of the women and the support of the women teaching the children this new culture, this new very hyper-conservative, very theocratic way of thinking. Once they got that power, though, we're starting to see history repeat as it always does. Once they got that power, though, they lost it. The men took it away because the women gave it to them. The women, if you can compare it to what we're going through right now in America, the women were like, oh, no, this is how society should be ran. This is how this is the hierarchical system. It was the women who upheld the patriarchy. It was the women who taught the children, this is how you fall in line. There was this enabling of the males that we see now, and there was this raising and grooming and molding of the young girls, which is why we see Iran looking the way that it does, where if you go outside, being a woman or a young girl having on no hijab, that could be some serious trouble for you, okay? Mob mentality type trouble, okay? We're seeing this happening again, okay? It isn't the podcast pookies and the red pill bros, all right, that are spearheading this political movement. No, they are watching the women and they are seeing the women who are pushing this pick me narrative. Okay, so women went from, oh, we want to be free, we want to be liberated, to drastically shifting to, no, we want to stay at home. We don't want to work. And I say this as a stay-at-home mom, okay? It is not wise to push this movement. Yes, I have a very nice life, but I feel like I'm an exception and not the rule, okay? Now, I would say this, that I think it's dangerous to push this onto the younger generation. You know, we're really upholding these people like Nara Smith. And yes, I have defended her in the past, and I would still defend her because I was defending her for certain reasons. I wasn't defending her ideology. Rather, I was just defending what she does, right? So a lot of people think that Nara Smith is a Tradwife, which she is not. She is not. She is not a Tradwife whatsoever. Okay, she's working. She is building a platform that is a lot more popular than Lucky's. A lot of these stay-at-home moms that are online, they're not technically pushing a trad wife lifestyle. That's why they're on the internet. The real trad wives are not really on the internet. So there was this controversy with Ballerina Farm, and her husband gave her an apron when she wanted to go to Greece. These are grown women, okay? They chose that life. She chose to give up her dreams and go and have 1 billion children with this man and go live on a farm in the middle of nowhere. Okay? No one made her do that. I don't feel sorry for any of these people. Okay? Now, there are some women who actually are the covert operators of this movement, and those women are the hypergamy girlies. Oh no, you didn't think I was going to call them out? Yes. Those are the ones who are pushing for the trad wife lifestyle. Those are the ones who are upholding the patriarchy. They have glamorized the patriarchy behind luxury and handbags and high-priced homes and dressing up really pretty all day. It has been the hypergamy ladies. Okay? And I find it interesting. A lot of these hypergamy channels, a lot of these women are not even in hypergamous relationships, if they're in a relationship at all. Okay? I am a stay-at-home mom. I have never encouraged on this channel for a woman to be a stay-at-home mom. What I have encouraged is that if that is the life that you choose, you had better be smart about it. You have better be calculating about it. You are taking a huge risk. You need to make sure you always have your own money. Okay, we're living in a time where you can do that. You can start your own business. I always make sure I have my own stuff in this relationship. Do I spend it on my husband? No, maybe for like his birthday, but like other than that, that's my security. That's my little cushion. You know what I mean? But it's these hypergamy channels that are pushing the patriarchal narrative, okay? And now we had this one young woman, Isis. I don't know if she's a young woman, but Isis, the new trophy wife, she's come out speaking about her situation. She got married after a week to this man, and I'm pretty sure you guys know the rest, okay? I'm not going to go there. We're going to start hearing more about that. It was the women, basically what I'm saying is, they're the ones who are signing away their rights over to men, all for a pretty little handbag and a nice little picturesque aesthetic life. Okay? The problem with that is all that glitters is not gold. I get it. Nobody really wants to go to work. So why don't you just start your own business? Why don't you take your money into your own hands? Why don't you do some side hustles? Like, why sign your life away to the devil, basically? Now, that's not always the case, like I'm saying, but a lot of people have not done the inner work to actually attract a man who is able to take care of them, and he is also mentally and emotionally intelligent and stable. Okay? A lot of y'all's energy is off, and that's just the reality, okay? You're not healed, and so you're attracting a very similarly unhealed person, energetically, mentally, whatever, okay? We as women, we teach the next generation. From what I have seen with a lot of men, okay, with my sister's husbands, with even my dad or whatever, is that men don't necessarily take part in a lot of the raising when the child is a toddler and a child, okay? They tend to step in more for like those life lessons when you get to like your preteen, teenage years. That's been my experience, okay? So they're always running to mom, and mom, can I do this? And mommy this and mommy that, right? And so it's really the women who are spending most of their time with their children when they're very young, in their very formative years. So if somebody is upholding anything, it is the women. You as a woman have the power to teach your children what to uphold. Okay? And for my Bible people out there, even your Bible says, train up a child in the way that they should go, and when they grow older, they shall not depart. Okay? We're wondering why we're seeing this resurgence of very extreme racial identity politics, and that is because mama is teaching the child these really crazy stuff. So we see these children, or teaching them nothing at all and letting the internet raise them, okay? Then we see these children growing up, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and they're really, really, really problematic, okay? At some point, women are going to have to take accountability for actually raising their children. I think the men are on to something. I actually agree with what they've been saying. If you've had 2-3 children out of wedlock, why do you keep having more? Are letting your children listen to all this degenerate ass music and letting them watch anything they want on TV and telling them that they can basically do whatever they want, and you're only punishing them at home for spilling some milk, but let them go terrorize a neighborhood or school and you're going up there to fight for them. I'm getting it. You're creating these very crazy narcissists, and we're seeing that women themselves are handing over their power to men, okay? You had the power to create a matriarchal paradise, okay? But because you wanted the validation of men so bad, and you guys know, if you have been watching my channel for a while, you know I am completely disgusted by the importance of male validation. Women have this supernatural strength and power that is just insane to me. Not only are women beautiful, sensual, seductive, creative, intelligent, intuitive, just literally just goddesses, okay? But you would give over your power to somebody who does not have the capabilities of executing it correctly. And you always suffer. Always. Please tell me, which woman in the 1950s, since that's what y'all want to go back to, tell me which woman in the 1950s was genuinely happy with having basically no rights, not being able to open a bank account by herself, barely being able to work. And if she could work, it was a lower paying job. And then if she could work, she had to do what women are doing today. You go home after a long day of work and you cook and clean and maybe get your head thrown into the dryer. Like, what about the past is just so appealing to you? Even for my Bible ladies. I think it was in Ecclesiastes that it says that people always yearn for a time in the past, which is not true, what is not real, something like that. So you're yearning for an idealized version of the past. And a lot of older women are like, don't do that. Don't do that. It took so much work to get free. My sister, sometimes she's like, oh, I wish I was like you and I could just stay at home with my kids and cook and clean and take care of my house. I'm like, I literally would love to clock in. I'm not even going to lie to you. But the reason why I don't is because I have so many issues when it comes to like daycare. Like, I literally think Americans are crazy, and I do not want to relinquish my children over to anybody who's not me or a family member. Like, psychologically, I'm like, I would rather do this 24/7, 365 work than to do that. Okay, my mental would just not even let me. But that's besides the point. It's all roses and sunshine from the outside, but once you're actually in it, you're like, this is a lot. This is very demanding work. This is a lot of work. Okay, even my husband, thankfully, gives me my flowers, and he tells me all the time, oh, you have so much patience. I don't know how you do it. It's really amazing. Why don't you just go and don't call and get some rest, okay? When he comes back from work. Like, and I'm out, okay? Bye. Okay. Ladies, we should uphold the freedom of choice. But you're so desperate for men to like you and to wife you. You saw them numbers going down, those marriage numbers, and you started panicking. And so you're like, oh, well, what can we do to attract a high value man? Where are the high value men at? Y'all are talking about high dollar men, but where are they at? Okay, you found a high dollar man, but what about the value of his person, his character? And men are watching you. Men watch my channel. Okay, they're obsessed with women. So if they see you moving in one way, best believe they're gonna follow. Oh, y'all want to be Tradwives? Oh, you want to be stay-at-home moms? I can just see the narcissist rubbing their hands together, salivating in the mouth like, oh, I have my next victim. Don't give your power away to these men. If you want the culture to change, you can change it in whatever way you see fit. But the problem is, let me tell you what the problem is. Women don't like each other. So that's why they don't want to make community. You want to isolate yourself so bad and be the trophy for a man that you're not realizing that you're making every single woman, including yourself, a target. Because men see how competitive we are with each other. They see how we just deny community, and they're like, this is a recipe for success for me. Men are very intentional. I need us to be intentional as well. And I will be making a video specifically about why women hate each other. Women, you're amazing. You literally have the creative power of the universe. Not just in creating life, but in creating anything. The power of manifestation. You literally, through your community, through nurturing, through compassion, through your help of each other, we are able to create the existence that I think only a minority of us actually want to see. What you want to see is you want to go on a channel that's telling you that you need to compete and with other women. You have to isolate yourself, and you have to not trust other women, and this, that, and the third, when we should be teaching the absolute opposite. And we should be teaching women how to stop being jealous of each other. And we should be teaching women how to come together and use our competitive nature, not against one another, but against men. Hello. Does somebody hear me? If you've made it this far in the video, thank you. Okay. I know I have been just rambling on, and you're probably going to see more of that as I continue on in my videos, because I'm tired of being demure and like, no. Enough of being mindful. We need to get this stuff out here, okay? I need you guys to learn this. I need you to realize your power of influence. I need you to understand that not only do you influence other women, but you influence these men too. You influence the politics. You influence the culture. That is why men hold you up to such a high standard, because they see how amazing you are. And the fact that you are selling yourself so short pisses them off. Literally, that is why they hate you. That is why they don't respect you. Because why would the creatress herself lower herself to just a lowly creature like me? Now, I'm not saying men are lowly creatures, but I mean, we all have our, talents, okay? And men have a more physical talent and power, where women have this very esoteric, ethereal, powerful essence. Like, please wake up. Please stop seeking the validation of other men and start seeking the validation of yourself through community. Okay? I'm not saying go live in a commune of just women, but what I'm saying is we really need to be girls right now. As we go into 2025, we need to be having each other's back. If I see you in a situation, I'm coming to help. And not only will you receive my help, but you're not going to run back to... Y'all are not hearing me. Because I see too many of y'all in my comment sections, and you guys are still so male focused. You're still so male. Like your life revolves around these men who cannot give you what you want when you can give it to yourself. This world that women want to live in, we can live in it, but it requires you to come into your power. Own your power and execute. Make the hard decisions that a queen would make. Y'all are around here calling yourselves queens, but you're not acting like it. You're acting like you're in a harem. Okay? It's just an absolute mess, okay? It is an absolute mess what is going on right here, right now. If you have young children, you can mold them. I'm not saying manipulate them, but mold them into beings that know their power, that know their worth. We can speak life onto one another. We can speak life onto ourselves. We can speak life onto our children and emanate this energy of power, okay? But you have to make the choice to separate yourself. Decenter men. Men are a completely different creation from us. How can you center something that you do not even understand? Like, oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional, guys. Okay, I'm going to end it right here. If you want to add to this conversation, please do. Okay, I'm hoping that you made it this far, because I have a lot of people who comment before they even finish the dang video. Okay, so if you made it this far, comment down below, do like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.